This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
Indeed it is. And I can see outside the glass of this studio one Chrissy Swan running into the studio.
I tell you what, today has been so insane. I'm going to tell you what happened to my car.
Yes.
And please remind me after we have given away this amazing $250 Specsavers VIP voucher in I Spy.
Yeah.
To tell you about the toasty debacle that just occurred, I will tell you about that.
Is that butter all over your hands?
It's all over my hands. And it's not even butter, it's margarine. I mean,
Ugh.
who even... What? That shouldn't... You shouldn't be able to buy margarine anymore.
No, isn't that like illegal? That should be illegal now.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's give away some sweet, sweet cash.
I Spy with My Little Eye. Chrissy Swan's I Spy. Thanks to Specsavers.
Michaela, I feel like a broken record. I keep on having one of those days, day after day. Have you been having a weird month of them?
I have.
What is it? It must be Mercury in retrograde or something.
It's gotta be.
Well, keep on listening because you're not going to believe my morning. But the important thing is that you are on the phone to me now, Michaela, and I've got $250 cash to give you and a voucher for a brand spanking new pair of Specsavers Sunnies. Are you ready to play?
I am ready.
All right, little bit of I Spy. You're going to hop in the car with me and Jack. I'm driving because Jack lost his licence. Actually, he didn't.
I never have. Can you believe that?
I have.
I know. I used to drive. I drove you for those
And
3
it was
months.
so unfair. I'm so angry about it still. All right, we are playing I Spy with you. I'm going to start now. All right, I Spy with My Little Eye. Something beginning with S for Sam and L for Leo. I am in New York City. Oh, it's cold too. Specifically, I'm right near Liberty Island.
Is it the Statue of Liberty?
It is the Statue of Liberty. Have you ever seen her with your real eyes?
I have not, no. I wish.
Oh, well, because you're on air with us, you are also in the draw
Yeah.
for First Class and 50K, and you could be going to New York City. Why wouldn't you?
Oh, my God.
But
Thank you so much.
in the meantime, make sure you've got your brand new pair of specs from Specsavers. They are on the way to you, and $250 cash. Not bad.
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Hey, Priceline Sister Club members. Don't forget, when you shop at Priceline, there is more to love as a Sister Club member. Every point gets you closer to a $5 reward. Scan your card in store or log in online and start shopping.
Head in store or online at priceline.com.au.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
And I've had another one of those days, Jack.
Today is like the most peak chaotic Chrissy day of 2024, and I love it.
Really?
Yeah, it's taken us until March 20, but I'm so here for it.
There's been a lot of players for that day.
For that title.
This year, yeah.
Today's taking the
But
crown.
today's taking. Well, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled for you. As you know, I have a lot of stuff that I need to do before work. Today, for example, had to get up very early, sort out Peg for camp, drop her to school in a timely fashion. You know, coax her back from the edge. It's a big thing to go on grade 5 camp, you know. So there was all that stress. Then I had to meet a electrician. You know, there's always some bang, bang, bang. So when one thing is a surprise, the whole house of cards falls down.
Yes.
And that is what has happened today. So I'm waiting at the lights on the way here, and my attention is drawn to a tradie in the car next to me. And I think, oh, hello.
Hey.
He's waving at me, and I think you're only human. Anyway, I wind down my passenger side window, and I say, yes, can I help you? And he said, oh, your tyre's flat, your back tyre. Now, when I say I'm on the way to work, I'm literally about to turn right onto a freeway where I know that I'm about to hit 100 kilometres or people get mad.
There's no stopping.
I'm literally about to turn onto it. He says, you've got a flat tyre. And I go, I was wondering what that sound was. Thank you so much. Then I wind the window up and I think, well, what do I do? I'm about to get an arrow. I've got to get to work. So I just think, oh, stuff it. I'll give it a crack.
How long has this sound been going for? Like, how long have you heard this weird
Great
sound?
question, Jack. About 2 weeks.
And you
About-
haven't just decided to inspect or
About
look at it?
2 weeks ago, it started. And in my mind, you know, when you hear something in your mind, you create a picture. Look, it might just be me. Create
Yeah.
a picture of what it might be.
Yeah.
And in my mind, it was like a plastic ticket that had been stuck to the wheel, and it was going
Like our spinning wheel.
exactly like the spinning
Yeah.
wheel. And I thought, God, when I go faster, the sound gets faster, and then it sounds sticky. Anyway, I did get out and check, and I couldn't see anything untoward, and I just thought, oh, well, I'm just living with this noise. No, turns out it was a flat tyre. The first thing I did is I came to work, and I said to you, I've got a flat tyre, I don't know what to do. I went through my emails and by some miracle, I had renewed my roadside assistance service. I cannot believe I did that.
It's just so mind-boggling to me that you've even done that.
I triple checked it, and it is it was live. And then I got on the phone and I called a beautiful woman called Shannon, and I said, I cannot believe that this is not. I'm not going to be charged triple for this. I am a member. They came around and did the tyre outside work in about 4 minutes flat.
It's such a shame you don't work in like a masculine workplace where you could just call on one of the dudes. Like you're at a radio station filled with gays and a few straight blokes
Well, that is-
probably wouldn't know how to help
Like,
you either.
What is tyre? Look, and this is the thing, is that I pride myself on being able to do almost everything on my own.
Yeah.
And I can. I'm a very accomplished person. But I was watching the man use his special little zhut to undo all the nuts and bolts and whatever. And there was not one part of me that wished that I knew how to do that.
Oh, God, no.
And I have, and I'm going to continue to actively avoid learning how to change a tyre.
I'm with you, Swanee. Screw that.
I'm never going to learn that. And do you know what else I'm never going to learn? I'm never going to learn to do what you do.
Paneling,
I'm
yeah.
never going to learn to panel that desk.
Yeah.
Because the minute that I learn, I have to do it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to.
Exactly.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
And I am never going to learn how to change a tyre. I remember there was a time where it was a thing. It was like, you should really learn how to change a tyre. Every woman should know how to change a tyre.
No.
And I am deeply feminist, of course. There's nothing that I can't do. But I am not learning how to change a tyre. And it's not because I don't believe I can. It's because I don't want to. I do not want that skill set.
I'm with you, Swanee, but I also just truly believe I wouldn't be able to. Like, I'll admit it, I just don't think I can. And also, why would we when there's beautiful people in jobs that we can pay to do that and keep their lives afloat?
And they do it in 2 minutes. Can you
Right.
imagine the floods of tears I would be in if I had to do that?
And I just think about how like greasy and oily our hands would get. We'd have to come and scrub
And
them.
my grip is terrible and I've
Wreck your
ruined my
nails.
nails. You are calling us 132410 to tell us what are the things that you are actively never ever going to learn by choice. Clint, what are you never going to learn?
Oil change on my car and even just checking the oil.
Really, you won't even check the oil. That's fair. I mean, there's a light in your dashboard, presumably.
Yes, there is, yes.
And then when that goes on, what do you do, Clint?
I call my dad.
Yeah.
He's always checking it for me, so yeah, straight to my dad.
Yeah, see? And then when he's not around, you just take it to a garage. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about the day my dad drops off.
They're experts.
Who do I call? I have to pay a mechanic to check the oil. I mean, how annoying.
Well, no, you'll find a nice one to do it for you. Even I know how to check the oil. I don't know how to change it, but I do know how to check it.
First class and 50K, you're in the draw, Clint.
Di, what are you actively avoiding learning?
Mowing the lawns.
I'll tell you what, it's really hard. I used to mow the lawns. It's really hard work.
Just another job.
It is, isn't it?
Something that you got to worry about. Yeah, did do.
Have you... Oh, I think we're losing you, Di, and I wanted to talk all about your first foray into mowing and why you're never going back, but I think you're gone. Are you? Oh, no, there you are.
No, I'm still here.
Was
Yeah.
it a disaster when you gave it a first crack?
No, it was purpose. I just left like blades of grass between each strip.
Yes.
It was like a shit job, so I wouldn't have to do it again.
Oh, that's the oldest trick in the book.
It is.
My eldest son is
Yeah.
a master at that. You're in the draw for first class and 50K, Dade. Chantel, what are you actively never going to learn?
Learn how to use the coffee machine to make my husband a coffee.
This is an act of
Yeah.
this is an act of fury and resentment, I believe, Chantel.
I don't drink coffee, And during COVID, when my husband was working from home all the time, he kept saying, "Can you make me a coffee?" And I go, "No, I've got things to do." So I refuse to learn how to do it, so I don't have to make one.
Can I ask? I just want to see the sort of level of avoidance here. What sort of coffee machine is it?
Oh, I wouldn't even have a clue.
Because if
have
it's
no idea.
if it's one of those pod machines that everyone's got from Aldi, I salute you.
it's not one of those.
Oh,
No,
okay.
not one of those.
All right.
That'd be even better.
That's the
Well,
best.
you used to have one of those, and I didn't use that either. So no.
Oh, Chantel, you're a rebel.
First class and 50K for you, Chantal. Let's finish with Laura Swanee.
Laura, I have just read what you have. You are never going to. Please tell us your story.
Well, when I had my twins, they were 7 weeks premature, so they were both in incubators. And every time the nurses came on shift, they said, "Oh, have you been shown how to change a nappy? Because you have to pass everything through the incubator holes, the cream, the stuff, the nappy." So I just kept saying, "No, I haven't been shown yet." So the nurses would do it and show me. And I managed to get away with changing their nappies for like the first 2 weeks of their life.
Laura,
And every time the shift changed, I was like, "No, I don't know how to do it."
that is smart because, my God, Laura, with twins, you changed some
know.
disgusting
Yuck.
nappies later on.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
My dreams are coming true one by one here.
Love paying less with lower prices at Priceline Pharmacy.
Chrissy Swans.
Let's go shopping! Every time I'm at a Priceline store IRL, I interrupt people mid-shop and give them my advice.
QVC Chrissy comes out
Correct.
live.
And every time I see anyone from Priceline head office, I go, when are you going to let me loose in a store with my listeners so that I can help them too? And they said, what are you doing Friday?
This Friday.
It is finally happening, Jack, and I'm getting my list of customers together. Jody.
Hello.
Jody, are you going to come shopping with me?
Oh, I would absolutely love to.
I mean, wear flat
would make me
shoes.
happier.
Wear flat shoes is all I'm going to
Okay.
say, Jody, because
All right,
we have got
runners,
some
got it.
aisles to pound.
Oh, how
And
exciting.
it's so exciting, Jody, because Chrissy and I don't know where we're going. Our producer, Tom, is going to reveal it to us tomorrow.
Yes.
So it could be anywhere over Australia. So are you free to fly somewhere Friday if you need to?
I definitely am.
Now, what is your specific concern? Because you can be like Jody. We've got one more spot.
Yeah, tomorrow.
One more spot tomorrow. Head to the Nova Player app and give me the problem that you need me to solve in the Priceline store. What was your
Well-
problem, Jody?
Well, I'm a Queensland girl.
Yes.
So I live in the humidity, which you know all too well.
I do.
I have crazy wavy hair
Yes.
that just can never be tamed.
Yep.
So I would love to get some Georgie Main products.
Yes, Georgie Main's. I was going to
Okay.
say Georgie Main.
Yes,
Who's Georgie?
best, but they're so expensive, so that would be so exciting.
Jody, that's why you go shopping with me.
You've got a sugar mama, Jody. An IRL sugar mama.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
I've got a few other options for you as well as Jody Main too. Georgie Main. I'm going to sort you out, Jodes, don't worry.
Jody, you will... wow. Jody, you will be with us Friday.
It's a tough day for all of
That
us.
sushi just went all over my microphone. One more person will be in the draw with us tomorrow.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's go, clicker.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
We are going to be talking about Taylor Swift kind of in a roundabout way because Travis Kelce's on this in this bulletin. But first, let's talk about Beyonce. Speaking of new music, she's really confused people with this country album and song.
Yeah.
Texas Hold'em, we play it all the time. It's grown on me. I wasn't sure either when I first heard it. But Tom said to me, no, trust me, it's great. And I trust everything Tom says.
Yeah, no.
And so now I like it, but it is unusual.
And it's a fantastic song, but then I think if you compare it to her body of work and some of the more dancier pop tracks, for me, I feel like Beyonce doesn't thrive as much in the country space.
And I don't want to be like, Glenn A. Baker, a music, enthusiast that used to bore people stupid with a deep dive interpretation into everything. But Beyonce's dance and pop stuff is like the best of its type.
It's like none other.
Is her foray into country music as good as Dolly Parton, who I would say is a country music legend? I don't know. I don't know.
We don't want the beehive coming for us on this
No,
Wednesday.
we really don't. And I'm gonna give it a go, of course, because I love Beyonce and she's an extraordinary
The queen.
human being, the queen. She has posted a photograph of what I'm assuming is the album cover
Yeah.
of her on the back of a white steed, dressed in the red, white, and blue. It's a very patriotic kind of vibe. Cowboy boots, big cowboy hat, and a sash saying Cowboy Carter.
And that long, long white hair
Yeah.
looks fantastic.
She's extraordinary, as I said before. But did you know that the whole Act 2 album, which is the country album, is a clapback after her first foray into country music in 2016? She did a song with the then named Dixie Chicks, just the Chicks now. And the country music fraternity said,
Yeah, she sung Daddy Lessons, which is off one of her earlier albums, like from 5 or 6 years ago.
and country music people said, get back.
That surprises me because on stage during this performance, they looked like they were all having a great time together, and like the chicks seemed.
Well, I think the
into her.
chicks would be into it,
Yeah.
but the rest of the fraternity, maybe, I don't know, chubby white men.
Yeah, maybe she of
unhappy
course.
with Beyonce.
Threw her some shade backstage.
Well, hopefully she sends them all a copy of that new album.
and a screenshot of her bank statement.
Yes, Travis Kelce is in talks to host Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, which is being rebooted on Amazon Prime Video. I used to love that show.
It's a fantastic format.
I think I might have gone on it way back in the day.
Did Grant Denyer do it here?
Rove McManus.
Rove.
Yeah, Rove McManus hosted it. And I think, as a surprise to no one, I don't think I was smarter than a fifth grader. I never found out.
Imagine the producers, though, Swanee, trying to, like, coach Travis through hosting a TV show. Like, I feel like that's a big job for him.
I think he would be able to do it. He's smarter than you think. He is smarter than a fifth grader, let me tell you.
They should
Otherwise, our Queen and Saviour wouldn't be interested.
Well, I mean, they're going to split up in the next year anyway, so it's all good.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you suddenly a psychic.
This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
I've had a break. I was late to start today. I had a flat tyre on the way to work. Had to drop Peg at school for a camp. The anxiety is through the roof. I mean, you forget. You get to be our age, Jack. Even you, a young man. You forget how, I'm going to say it, how awful school camp is.
Awful. No, Swanee, this is the thing I don't forget. I fully can sympathise with Peg. There was no anxiety like school camp. I really, really hated it.
I wonder if that's just us. Like, are we not normal? Because I'm sure most children get excited about this sort of thing.
I remember being really nervous and anxious about it in primary school. And 3 nights away from home, or even 2 nights, felt like a year.
How do you even cope? That poor child. Anyway, I'll be seeing her Friday.
You've got this, Peg. You can stick it out.
She's already put in a request for mac and cheese on Friday night.
Yum.
Of course I'm gonna
That's
do that.
something to look forward to.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's do this.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
You know how Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel do new music on Fridays?
Yeah.
Last Friday, Ricky Lee brought to the table a new Justin Timberlake song and it sounded good.
Better than Selfish?
Yes, you know I don't like the sentiment of Selfish.
Don't you?
No.
No, we've not done a deep dive on your dislike for Selfish.
Yes, I don't like the words in it.
Oh.
I don't like excusing that sort of stupid behaviour. Oh, man.
You're a stan for Britney.
I so am. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the rest of
Britney
that.
Spears on Instagram right now.
Oh, God.
Say less.
Is she all right? I mean, no, she's not.
No, but wow.
Hey, we've got a segment to do.
Sorry,
Terry. Hello, Terry.
G'day, guys. How we going?
Oh, God,
Yes, Terry.
You are just the injection of energy that we require.
Actually, Jack, you know what? We both have the same name, surname.
Terry Charles?
Yes, I am.
That's a fantastic name, Terry.
Oh, mate, it's bloody legendary.
I love you, Terry. Let's get a
Terry,
beer.
I just want your... Can I speak... Terry, I need a little pick-me-up, to be honest,
do.
and I'm going to keep your number regardless of whether or not you win the Bombay. I'm going to call you later and just
really
give
quickly,
me a pep talk.
What do you do for, like, a living, Terry?
Unfortunately, I lost my job on Monday. I was working in the banking industry.
I'm so sorry I asked that, Terry.
Jack is only...
Tom, sit down. Tom,
Jack is only young and he doesn't realise that everyone... Like,
I know.
that's an okay question to ask because in his life, he's going to get weird answers, just like you did there, Terry.
I'm sure I'll be losing my job soon too,
all
Terry. Hey, Anne, how are you?
Very well, yourself?
Anne with an E.
No, Anne without an E.
Oh, it says Anne with an E here. This is an absolute mess. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Your names are your buzzers. It's the best of 5, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game. Tom loves this job so much.
Question number 1.
Former Real Housewife Bethany Frankel is currently in the country. Which franchise did she used to appear on? Don't worry, if the live event was anything to go by, you're not missing anything.
I know. My friend Emma also went and said it wasn't great, and she loves the New York City Housewives.
You know, guys, when you're so excited to leave the house, when you never leave the house, which is my story, Terry and Anne, and I left on I left the house on Friday night to go and see Bethany Frankel. I wanted to walk out within 10 or 15 minutes, but I couldn't because I thought it would be too rude.
I'm sorry, Swanee. I feel guilty because I made you go to
You
that.
did encourage me.
Because Bethany Frankel's great, but she obviously just needs
you know
to
what?
be better with her live shows.
I would have had a better time just driving around the suburbs singing to Miley Cyrus, which is what I love to do.
Question number 2. No one is on the scoreboard yet.
Ray-Ban is a brand of what?
Terry,
Yes, Terry.
Sunglasses.
Terry?
Sunglasses.
Yes, Terry.
Sunglasses.
1 point to Terry. This is so manic. I love it. Question number 3.
14 years ago today, Rita Ora released this song. What's it called, Anne?
Get into you?
No.
Listen.
No.
How we do.
How we do? How we do, Anne? How we do?
I'm going to give it to you, Anne. You're on the scoreboard. 1 point each.
I want a T-shirt with the words, how we do and how we do, written on it.
Question number 4.
The word steed refers
Terry,
to... Yes.
Terry.
Yes, Terry?
A horse.
Oh, Terry, you're fantastic.
Terry!
Question number 5. This is for the win, Terry.
Is it? No, it's not.
Yeah,
yes,
2
it
points
is.
to Terry, 1 to
That's
Anne.
right, that's right. Sunglasses! Can you tell me which movie this quote is from?
Laurels for spring. Groundbreaking.
It's the great Meryl Streep.
Anne Hathaway is in it. I'll play it again.
Oh,
Laurels
Anne.
for spring.
The Devil Wears Prada?
Groundbreaking.
Yes,
Yes,
Anne.
Anne.
All right, that's 2 apiece.
Question number 6 for the win for either of you.
When it comes to retail sales, what does the acronym BOGO stand for? Or BOGOF. It's actually BOGO. I know. I've never seen BOGOF.
BOGO. Yeah, let's go with BOGO.
BOGO.
Don't know, bargain off.
Obviously. What did you say? Bugger off.
Bugger off.
Obviously, none of you have been sucked into the doTERRA cult because every second email is BOGO.
Same. Buy one, get one free,
Buy
guys.
one, get one free. All
Oh,
right.
is that what it is? Sorry, guys.
God, I love you two so
I know.
much. You've made my day. All right. Kubapedi is a town in which state?
Terry.
Yes, Terry.
South Australia.
It is South Australia, Terry. You've got the bum bag. But Anne,
You're also in the draw for Nova's First Class and 50k, Terry. And you've got, you've got. I'm just gonna say you've got a bum bag as well.
yeah,
'cause
I'm
you want
gonna.
me to say that.
They have to. You have been our absolute best players ever.
And also, Terry, I'm giving you a Priceline pharmacy voucher because I'm worried you're going to be poor because you don't have a job.
Oh, thanks, mate. You're a bloody legend.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
We've got to talk Kate Middleton again.
We really do.
There's been the latest news story. We haven't discussed properly yesterday her being snapped.
And then everyone thinking it was a lookalike.
People are saying it's not her. In fact, someone very famous did. Who is that? Andy Cohen, your friend.
Yeah.
He just posted a very simple statement on his TikTok, I think, or Instagram, just saying, that ain't Kate.
Yep. And then the...
I think it is. I think people like that are just stirring up trouble for the hell of it.
I think it is as well, Swanee.
Okay.
And also, I know we can't comment on people's bodies and image, etc., but she did look like maybe she'd been unwell. It kind of...
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? She did look slimmer. And also, the usual lookalike that people think is Kate did a video and came out and said, guys, that wasn't me. And if you see a side-by-side of the two Kates at the moment, like the look-like Kate and the real Kate, they don't look like each other at the moment.
Right, okay.
I think that was her.
I think it was her. And I think she looks like she's recovering.
Exactly.
Exactly like what the palace told us.
But this new update has been my favourite of the updates so far.
This new update, alarms have gone off, the sirens have gone off at the hospital.
The London Clinic!
The London Clinic! Which is only for the fanciest of sick people. It's been the chosen destination for sick royals for years and years because of their heavy-duty privacy policy, which any hospital needs to adhere to, but particularly the London Clinic, which has very sensitive information. Well, apparently, Nurse Kathy has been trying to guess the passwords and trying to break in to the information about Kate Middleton.
The server of medical records.
There has been a breach.
Now, I love that here the London Clinic will not reveal whether the nurse in question has been sacked or not. But, like, surely you come out and say, yeah, we've identified who it is and they're gone. Like, shouldn't you be reassuring the public and the palace?
Yes, I know, but I think that is a line that professional places
just have to give.
Yeah, they have to do that. But apparently, can you imagine being the person from the hospital that had to call the palace and go,
oh my God, stop.
So, Nurse Kathy, I'm just calling her Nurse Kathy, by the way. I imagine that's what she looks like.
Yeah.
Nurse Kathy's been, she's been caught trying to get the medical records of Kate. I mean, how embarrassing.
Do you know what's so bad, Swanee? I don't think the palace would care. If it was William or if it was Charles or something, they'd care. But I just feel like the way they treat Markle and Kate, I don't think they'd care.
Really?
Yeah. And even the palace have released a statement saying, this is a matter for the London Clinic.
But is it a matter for the...
No, it's a matter for them.
Also, where are the real royals, the born and bred royals in this Kate thing? Why haven't we heard from Charles, old sausage fingers himself?
Come out, defend her!
Or her husband, William, who should have said, guys, can you all just relax? This is ridiculous.
Well,
we said she was sick.
Lady Rose Hanbury.
No, see, this is the thing. We said she was sick. She's recovering. She'll be back after Easter. That is what we said. At least Harry came out in support of Meghan when she was being absolutely eviscerated.
And look how that ended for him.
Well, it didn't end very well, did it?
The Chrissy Swan Show.
We've pulled Joel Creasy in, who was gesticulating to us through the window.
I was listening to your update about Kathy the nurse. And
yes.
Because I was like, well, we're going to no doubt talk about her on our show as well, Kate Middleton.
So to just fill you in, Nurse Kathy, who I've just named, has been caught fiddling around trying to guess the passwords on the records of the London Clinic to try and get to the bottom of what this abdominal surgery was.
Sell that information for?
A lot. But you've got some theories about the video.
That video, how did they get so close? Look, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but where were the security? How did they get so close?
Well, I can answer that.
Yep.
There's no security because that's their local shop.
Oh, yeah, what was it called? Like the local
farm something?
The local Royal Farm shop.
The farm gate.
Come in and get your muggy beer of a Jew.
Yes, absolutely.
Don't you think she kind of looked unwell though, Joel?
Yes, but why, if she's had abdominal surgery, would she be carrying bags?
Because it was 2 months ago. I had major abdominal surgery called 3 cesarean sections.
I've met them.
Exactly. I am too posh to push and happy to admit it. I had them on a Tuesday morning because that's the days that my obstetrician worked on a Tuesday.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So they were all born on a Tuesday. Wednesday morning, I'd shuffled down and I was at Gloria Jean's getting a triple shot flat white. So I can tell you can carry stuff.
Okay, there was a difference in height?
No. It was definitely
she's
her.
Slimmer.
It didn't look like her.
It did.
But then
She
if she's
walks
fine to
that
go
way.
shopping, Christine, why isn't she putting out a video saying like, "Hey, everyone, chill out. It's fine."
Because she saw what happened to Markle if she goes against them.
That's right. I think she's
be
gone.
booted.
The one little element that you did mention that I have no answer for.
Oh, the tinsel?
Why is there still tinsel up in March?
I know. It's all very sus.
That points to the fact that it was an old video.
But can I like go on the snooping? I didn't actually go snooping, but I think you know this story, Chrissy. My ex, I discovered, we were on the beach in LA, and we'd been away doing a certain reality show, and when I returned, he'd gotten engaged to another guy, and I found out because I was borrowing his phone on the beach. He was asleep, and the first text on the screen was from him to another guy saying, "Sorry, he's still here." About me.
Oh, what?
Brutal. But he had.
I remember
that.
that.
Do you remember this?
I remember you were so heartbroken.
I was so heartbroken because I was heartbroken when we were doing that show together, talking about him.
Wait, they were engaged?
They were engaged.
Yeah.
But he had a film premiere that night, and you know me, I'm very petty, so I didn't bring it up until the next day. So I went to the film premiere and made sure I was in every single photo with him, so all his memories of that night. And then I stayed on the waters, got him on the drinks, and then the next morning when he was hungover, I went in and slapped him and went, "Get up! I know everything!" Anyway, I'm medicated now, don't worry.
I'm sorry. He's still here.
He's still here about me.
That is outright. I mean, no good can come from snooping is the fact. And that's why I have always resisted.
No, I'm never a snooper.
I'm never a snooper, but you are, Luca, aren't you?
I am, yeah. Hi, how you doing, Chrissy?
Good, mate. What have you been up to?
When I was in year 5, so probably about 6 years ago now, I was trying to add points to my class's reward system with this thing called Classcraft.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
You're listening to the Chrissy Swan Show on Nova. Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel are just moments away, but let's go clicking.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
J-Lo, Y/N.
I mean, I've been pretty vocal that it's an N.
What happened?
I think when I get the cringe from people,
You've
when
got
people,
the ick. You've got a famous ick.
I do for her because she just makes me cringe. Like it was the newsletter on the J-Lo, or on the 6, whatever it was called.
Yeah.
There's just so many things, and there's too many films at the moment. It's just like, chill out, mate. Stop trying.
I even think it goes back to, and this is probably, going to get me some haters.
Yeah.
Do you know what line in a song never sat well with me?
What?
Don't be fooled by the rocks that I've got. I'm still Jenny from the block.
Oh, so that was an early ick.
Yeah. There was just something about that went...
No, J-Lo.
And then it's just becoming increasingly no since, and I feel bad about it.
So do I, because so many people love her, but she's got those docos and films out at the moment, and they're pretty...
Who cares?
No one.
Who cares to watch it? She's being rinsed, though, on TikTok over a particularly cringy scene in... I've got to watch this show. If it's cringeworthy, I've got to watch it.
I hate watch.
I love watching things that are so bad they're good, and I think that this is it. What's it called again? This Is Me Now?
Yes, yeah.
This Is Me Now. I mean, who cares? But anyway, she... this is the scene. This is it.
I like taking my hair out like this. It reminds me like when I was 16 in the Bronx, running up and down the block. A crazy little girl who used to be wild and no limits, all dreams.
The last bit. No limits, all dreams.
Is she that amazing to be talking like that about herself?
Right? You're not Oprah.
Yes, that's right. Oprah could get away with that.
Yes.
In fact, we haven't discussed Oprah. The special is out.
The clips. I've seen the clips.
Oh my God. When can we do a deep dive on
fantastic.
that? How can I get it? How can I get the whole thing?
Tom and I will do some investigating and we'll find the full ep.
Fantastic.
The full special.
Because, if I can't find the time, I'm happy to slash my tyres again and just pull over.
Sit in the car.
Yeah, by the side of the road. We've got to talk Shakira. We haven't run out of time, have we?
No, let's
Now,
talk.
Shakira has addressed the rumours. Apparently this was around last year, but we missed it. Earlier this year in January. There were rumours that the reason she found out that her husband was cheating was via a jam jar.
Yes, no, that was the start of last year.
Start of last year, right. So I can't believe we missed that.
I know.
That is such a great story. So apparently there was a jar of jam at home and it kept on going down, and she knew that her husband didn't eat jam. So she's like, who's eating that jam?
Yeah.
And, who's...
The mistress.
Yeah, exactly. And it turned out to be true that was what was happening. I'm very sad to tell you that very juicy rumour, she has dismissed it. She said that it wasn't true.
But then where has that come from?
Well, that is my question. It's too specific to not be true.
Isn't it?
Jam. You know what? If I ever was granted an interview with her ex-husband, I would ask one question and one question only, and that is, do you like jam? And therein would be the answer.
Yeah.
I believe it to be true. But then again, I've been so caught up in this Kate Middleton thing, I don't trust anybody anymore.
That's us done. We'll be back with you live from 2 o'clock tomorrow.
Now check this out. The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.